All right, good morning. It's 60-day carnivore diet. Today's day 23. It's Tuesday, July 26, 2022. Did great yesterday. I had 3 eggs for breakfast. I had 2 pieces of chuck eye steak for lunch. This was about 11 o'clock. Didn't eat anything else at lunch. And then we went and had dinner with my youngest daughter last night. And I had a 12-ounce ribeye and some grilled shrimp. I'm sure there were probably some seasonings in the shrimp that I could have done without. I don't care. So, had a good day yesterday. I've had a great morning so far. I got up and ran. And when I say that I ran, I don't necessarily mean that I get out and just run. Actually, I've been off and on running for, a couple of months now, and it's not working for me. I don't have the dedication that I really feel like I need. There's always an excuse to not get up out of the bed, and I seem to find every one of those excuses every morning that I say that I'm going to get up and go running. So I got up this morning and I started a couch to 5K. And I normally do, a 5K anyway, just jogging and walking intermittently. But I said, you know what? If I've got and I've done this program before. I've actually done it once a year for the last 3 or 4 years. So I've never started it this late in the year, but I've done it each year for the past 3 or 4 years. I like it. It works for me. So I'm doing it. But it's actually having a program to follow and having a routine to follow that gets me up out of the bed. Now, the hardest part today was getting up and doing it for the first time. That wasn't easy at all. But now that I've gotten up out of the bed once and done it, I've got a program to follow. I've got a regimen to follow. You have to do it 3 times a week. So, I've only done it once. If I'm going to make it through to the end, I've got to do it 3 times a week. So I've got to do it 2 more times this week. And that's how my mind operates. And I'm sure everybody else's doesn't. And I'm not like that with everything. I don't need a program to follow. I don't need a routine to follow. I like to be spontaneous a lot of the times. This past Saturday night, I was just, my wife and I were sitting around the house. And we got into Buc-ee's and, had a long day. And I'm sitting around and I'm just watching, stuff on YouTube. And I like to go off-roading and back-roading and whatnot. And so I was like, yeah, I think I'll go, I think I want to go driving tomorrow morning. So I got up and went driving Saturday morning and had a blast. It was great, just by myself. And so I'm not a huge fan of routines all the time. I like to do spontaneous kind of stuff. But when it comes to working out, if I'm not, if I have to leave it up to myself to get up and do it, it's not going to get done a lot of the times. And, I'm only 50 years old. I should have figured this crap out by now and just gone ahead and started the stupid program 3 months ago, but I didn't. So anyway, today was the first day of it, and it's one of those things where it takes you from the couch to doing a 5K. It's a 9-week program, and today's day 1. So, you start out with a 5-minute walk, and then you do 20 minutes of off and on jogging, and then 5-minute cool down, which was cool. I managed to get in 1.89 miles doing that, and then I went ahead and walked the rest of the 3 miles. So it was cool. I've never been a distance runner. A 5K is about the most I'll do. I did a 10K once, but I was running really, really, really slow and trying to keep my heart rate down, and that took forever. And I said, you know what? I don't really want to devote this kind of time to running. There's a guy that I talk with every once in a while here on this channel, gives me all kinds of great advice. He told me he runs 20 miles, and I'm like, whoa, what? Dude, I used to be able to run a 9.5 minute mile. So 20 miles, that's 90 minutes. If you keep up that pace. I can't run for 90 minutes. I've never been able to. I don't have the desire to. I think anybody that can, hey, knock yourself out. Dude, that's damn near a marathon. good for you if you can do that. I can't. I've never been able to. So 5K is about as long as I like to take it before, I'm done. And I usually go at a slower pace. I don't run 9.5 minute miles anymore. I'm usually running a 14, 15 minute mile, because if I go too fast over my 5K, I'm done for the rest of the day. I can't move. My legs get all jacked up. I just can't do it. So 5K, pretty slow speed. So that's the way that I run. So today was day 1 of that. Did great. Everything was good. Ran through the cemetery like I love to do. And now I'm not feeling especially hungry like I tend to get at this time of the day. Now it's 6:40 in the morning. I'm on my way to work, so I'm not especially hungry right now. I'm going to fast for as long as I can. As long as I can fast today, that's what I'm going to do. So, also I woke up with a sore throat this morning, and now I get kind of sketched out every time I have a sore throat, because that's how COVID started. I had COVID at the beginning of February, almost 6 months ago. And it started off with a really, really bad sore throat. And then it evolved into, the chest congestion and the fatigue and, all that stuff. And, it wasn't the worst thing in the world. But it happened. So now I've got a sore throat again this morning. So I'm kind of sketched out about that. I don't know if I'm coming down with COVID, because several people at the hotel where I work have come down with COVID pretty recently. And I just wonder if it's making the rounds, and it's, might be close to my time to getting it. So I'll keep my fingers crossed on that one. But anyway, I'm not too worried about it. I do have some eggs at work in the event that I get hungry and can hold out. But I think I'm going to try to fast. I'd love to fast until dinner time tonight. I don't know if that's going to happen or not, but I would love to do that. I have some bone broth at work that I can, sip on, and I understand that would break my fast, yes, but if I were to drink some of that around 1 o'clock, maybe, noon, maybe about the time that I would normally eat lunch, I think that might hold my appetite off a little bit longer, so I could go longer without eating. I did really well last week. I fasted, 2 or 3 days out of last week, and did really well with it. And then the weekend came and just screwed everything up. But weekends tend to do that. So I am back on the fasting train today. I got back on the running program thing today, and like I said, I just operate better when I'm doing that. So I need to hit the scales. Last week I hit the scales. I had been 207 and some change, and then I was down to 205.2. So I had lost, actually overnight one night last week, I'd lost 2.7 pounds. I don't really know that I've lost any more than that now. If I've lost a pound or two since last week, I'll have to be pretty happy with that. And I think I'm just going to have to resign myself to the fact that this is going to be a slow process. And I'm going to have to be happy with whatever weight loss I can manage. Also, last thing, today is the beef, bacon, butter, and eggs conversion. I know this doesn't really count if I have bone broth, but that's what I'm doing. Solid foods that I put in my body are going to be beef, bacon, butter, and eggs, and any liquids that I put in my body are going to be coffee, water, or beef bone broth. Okay, that's got to count. Beef, bacon, butter, and eggs. I know it doesn't really count, but that's the plan. So I'm going forward with that and getting pretty excited about it. Although I don't know why. Like I said before, I've basically been doing beef, bacon, butter, and eggs for like the last 25 to 24, 23 days. So anyway, but it's going to be official today. It'll still be the carnivore diet. I'm still doing the 60 days of carnivore at least. but it's only going to be beef, bacon, butter, and eggs. So that's that. It's Tuesday, July 26th, 6:45 in the morning. It's day 23 of 60 days of the carnivore diet. And like I said, I had a great run this morning. I'm going to fast today. It's a wonderful Tuesday. All right, later.